I think I was very lucky growing up as a child of academics and having a mother who was also a woman faculty in STEM. So I was very inspired to study math and science, not to mention that I liked it. I got the opportunity to go to many camps, workshops, etc., conferences with her. And that was my inspiration. I was telling people that I was going to get a PhD long before I really knew what that was. And so, you know, after college and an internship at NASA Langley before I went to graduate school, that was really where my interest in aerospace engineering gelled. I mean, I'd played with rockets as a child. I loved computers. My original degree is in math with emphasis in computer science. So I wanted to marry what my love of aerospace engineering and my love for computer science. And at NASA, I got a chance to develop that as in something called computational fluid dynamics. And so I went to graduate school in aerospace engineering and was able to pursue that through the PhD and really apply that to problems of interest. I mean, I started out in aeroacoustics, which is the study of noise made by airplanes landing, taking off, engine noise, etc. And more recently, I've moved into the biomedical area in the area of hearing. I've enjoyed working with my graduate students. I had a summer program for 10 years called the Goddard Space Flight Center, Howard University Fellowship in Atmospheric Science. And we took students from all over the country, mainly from HBCUs, and we gave them a summer internship at NASA and at Howard. And then we brought them back for a sort of research reboot during the academic year, and many of them came to graduate school here at Howard University. Being a department chair, a lot of people say it's a thankless job, and some parts of it are, but it's more positive than negative. The positive piece of being a department chair is actually seeing the impact that you have on the students, on the programs, on the offerings in the department. Since I've been department chair, we have competed in 2 international conferences, placing first and second. We competed in the American Society of Mechanical Engineers Human-Powered Vehicle competition. That's where the students designed and built a vehicle to compete. We were the only HBCU there, and people were like, oh wow, Howard is here, this is great. And we came in third in the drag race for the women's drag race. So not only did we show up, but we competed, and that's what it's about. The Howard spirit, the students that we have here. It's about being able to compete, and being a department chair and having the opportunity to provide that for these students is an amazing reward for me. The life of the assistant professor is to get research money, write papers, and produce students. So I started on that traditional path. But I decided early on that I wanted to expand my research and not just stick in aerodynamics, because at the time that I started, the aerospace industry took a dip. And so I was sort of forced to diversify, which was good. But oddly enough, I got my first research grant in aerodynamics from NASA Langley, working on aeroacoustics. And so I worked on that, published a paper and report, went to a conference on that. But that sort of started the ball rolling. And as an assistant professor, I think I wrote, God knows how many grants, but I was very successful. I was awarded over $1 million in grants, and supporting graduate students. I matriculated the traditional path through tenure promotion, full professor and all of that. And along the way, I also decided I really wanted to diversify, because because I'd been in the traditional CFD mechanical path, but I was always interested in health and biomedical applications. And so the opportunity came for me to partner with the National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders. I really wasn't looking for this opportunity. I thought that the natural path would be in blood flow, fluid flow, blood flow, that. But I came across this opportunity to partner with NIDCD and a researcher there, Dr. Richard Chadwick, and we started working on hearing. And as it turned out, it was a problem that I didn't realize was very, very close to my family, because part of what I research is, again, improving deafness, mechanotransduction, which is, how the hair cells in the ear turn the acoustic signal into an electrical signal and transmit that to the brain. But my brother had a problem with inner ear. Malfunctions of the inner ear are vast, and one of them is a disease called tinnitus, which people call ringing in the ears. And so it's kind of interesting how I started out in aerodynamics, in aeroacoustics, noisy aircraft, and now I'm looking at noisy ears and malfunctions of the ears. And so I've sort of come full circle, but it's really the same equations and processes, but just applied to different problems, and it has been extremely, extremely rewarding work. Most recently, I was awarded the Bravo Award from the Chesterfield County Foundation. My high school, Matoka High School, was in Chesterfield County, and in that school district. My mother decided that she wanted to put an article in the newspaper about my promotion and making department chair and all of that, which I fought her tooth and nail. But she did it anyway, and I was very happy because someone saw that article and nominated me for this award, and I received it. And although she was not able to be there because she passed in January 2012, I know that she's, wherever she is, tickled pink to see that, her pushing me to agree to this article resulted in me getting this recognition. I know she was very, very proud, and I was very proud, for her. There's a cliche that says you sort of make your own luck, and I think really that's what it is. Once you decide to actuate yourself and start looking for an opportunity, you find them.